the more pressure goes to the team that's heavily favored.
Slokar the foul was the second team foul in the quarter. Off the inbound, Fareed, contact, count the basket for Kenneth Fareed.
You know, he's likely not to be the MVP of this tournament if Team USA is to win the gold. But there's probably nobody, including Anthony Davis, whose energy and enthusiasm and relentlessness.
First personal. Look at Kenneth Fareed's numbers.
Yeah, and don't go by the Mexico game. They didn't really need him to do a lot of scoring. That field goal percentage is the thing that really blows you away. Now it's 75%.
4-point lead.
The one advantage of playing Team USA a couple weeks ago is that twos at the rim and to shoot the open three.
There's Curry in traffic down low, not there. Davis there for the putback jam. Kyrie Irving showing no signs of an achy left hip, switching hands on that runner.
Too much one-on-one, Mark. Irving got his own rebound. He makes the shot, but and he landed on that hip again.
Yeah, it looked like he had no trouble moving, but clearly there after falling on the hip, he's going to try to shake it off.
Yeah.
Told our Mark Stein the other day that he was not 100% as much as he let on in the round of 16 game.
To his credit, he got the offensive rebound, but he never passed the ball on this entire possession. He makes the shot, and there you see, looking like he re-aggravated the hip. Was that the Ukraine game, the very end of that game?
90 seconds to go in the Ukraine game, went down in a heap. Walked off, clearly in pain, did not even sit on the bench in the Mexico win on Saturday, admitting afterwards that he couldn't. And here comes Derrick Rose into the lineup. Offensive foul on James Harden. They're going to go the other way, but a look at Derrick Rose.
Yep, you see the numbers right there. It's just about getting back in the groove right now for him, and he will.
Cousins in the game, has the rebound. Here's Rose aggressive to the basket. Tip, no. Rose there to put it in.
In this tournament, he has one more year on his contract in Malaga, and there's some talk that he'd like to join his brother in the NBA.
Harden missing, but Fareed the follow jam.
Because you're going to miss shots, and you need your big people getting to the rim, and that's what Team USA is doing, and that's what Derrick Rose has started to do today.
Down and block.
Omic is really the only Slovenian player with any noticeable size.
7'2", 22-year-old.
And there you see what we've seen all tournament long. Kenneth Fareed, who averaged almost 15 rebounds a game his senior year at game.
Fourth turnover by Slovenia as Klemen Prepelic is in the game. Here's Thompson for three and knocking it in.
Feeling good about yourself on both ends of the floor.
To face Lithuania in the semis. Another steal and a chance at a run out for Cousins with the two-handed flush. Thompson hitting on that one.
He's normally a really good shooter who has struggled in this tournament.
6 off the bench, but Klay Thompson answering with a three-pointer. I've watched a number of the Slovenian games. I don't know if I've seen too many where Goran and Zoran both were on the bench.
But you do have to keep them rested, and watch the block here by Klay Thompson. This is what he's probably gotten more credit for in this tournament among the casual fan has been his defense, although people around the league are aware of it.
Harden driving to the basket. Another offensive board. The putback won't go, but Anthony.
You can quite honestly say they're very inconsistent when it comes to that call. Nice pass.
Lazic threw it away, and Davis with the feed to Fareed.
He's got a chance to just run through some lane. There he is.
Off the steal from Irving, and Fareed making a dirty dozen for the Manimal.
$600,000, the NBA club, of the buyout, and I think his buyout is about $1 million or 750,000 euro. Plays the man on the ball stays between the inbounder and the rim.
Davis rising and firing and hitting on that one. Here's Zoran Dragic with a long three, no good. Derrick Rose down the lane, off the glass and in.
Good sign. Derrick now, the quickness is coming back, the burst, and then that's vintage Derrick Rose in transition. absorb some contact, finish with the left. Matchup zone now by Slovenia just to give Team USA a different look. I love it.
Well, if he tried to stop the play.
Too easy. That's too easy.
Here's Curry in the lane, flipping it up and in as he hits the deck. Harden another miss. Great save by Fareed. 2 to shoot. And beating the shot clock, Kyrie Irving.
Really heads up by Irving because that clock was running low and he got right to the rim.
Dragic pickpocketed by Irving. Great behind the back save. Down court Curry. And he'll lay it in. And Slovenia is going to have to call for time. Curry all the way to the cup. Puts it up and off the rim. The jam for Anthony Davis.
And I certainly wouldn't double him. But you don't want him getting to the rim off the dribble because it'll open up stuff for his teammates.
Or still loose. Tipped by Harden and saved by James Harden. Harden trying to get going, gets fouled up high, and they'll count the basket. They gave him the continuation, and get the roll. And the basket goes down for Kyrie Irving, found on the left wing.
Drazen Petrovic back in 1993. Look at that lob right there.
Lob off the inbound from Irving. Hornacek taking over and just barely missed the postseason in the very deep West as Harden taps that one away. United States lob and Fareed with the jam. Could have went either way that time.
Right here and then well, there's a play from the other end. Take a look now. Go either way. Harden looks off Davis, throws it to Fareed. No look. One more time.
It's a good feeling. Davis. Thompson takes the feed from Rose. Floater up and in for Klay Thompson.
In a couple days.
Nice feed underneath, and will they count it? As Propellich tried to get to the United States. Great feed from Cousins to Harden, but he missed the jam. Back to Harden for 3, and finally knocking one out from distance. Jaka Klobuchar knocking down that one, the Slovenian League Finals MVP. Great feed down to Derrick Rose.
For them loving the game of basketball. What an impact they had.
Harden with a 3 late in the third quarter. A 22-point lead as the United States outscores Slovenia 37-22 in the third. Team
turnovers, offensive rebounds, and that's 37 in 10 minutes. For about 7-8 rounds. Couple standing 8 counts in that third quarter, and they're getting close to a knockout.
Rose gives to Cousins for the flush.
Experienced players that the average American fan has not heard of.
Another turnover by Slovenia. James Harden, who didn't have any field goals in the first half, now has 14 points.
Kalnietis.
That's right. And Kleza wasn't able to play either.
That's right.
In the tournament.
Kalnietis is a good player. They miss him. And there's Day today, another one of those guys that drafted by the Dallas Mavericks, plays in Europe. Nice feed.
Finds Cousins.
Back injury, a nightmare.
Rose with a basket for the United States.
Championship game is on Sunday.
There's a lob at the rim. Thompson getting the feed from Spain and France. No love lost between those two neighboring countries.
No, Spain has had the better of France over the last 11 or 12 games, but France having a good run so far. I'm sure at some point he'd love to come over.
Well, shake and bake, rise and fire for Derrick Rose. Tournament, just a hair under 100 points. This should put them over 100 for the first 7 games. Thompson been feeling it and does again. Or they can become unrestricted free agents next summer.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen in Golden State.
I don't think so either. From Thompson, yeah, we saw Neto 4 years ago when he was, what, 17 or 18?
Just a baby, yeah.
DeRozan firing one down.
The offensive glass. They limited Slovenia on the three-point line.
DeRozan with the fall away. Plumlee. Gets it again and stuffs on the second effort. You can see the U.S. bench getting excited seeing Mason Plumlee get some action.
Oh, Mason's
hasn't been tested in the fourth quarter of any game in this tournament. We'll see what Lithuania could do on the feed. Big to big on an alley-oop to Drummond. Everybody has scored once again for Team USA.
Why I know that.
Block off the glass by Drummond. Down court for Plumlee, fouled and jams.
Energy, Plumlee really provided it during the training camp practices, and he gets rewarded at the other end. The second-year player for the Brooklyn Nets, all-rookie team, former Duke Blue Devil. By the way, we'll see it.
And so the United States going to put the finishing touches on a 119-76 win over Slovenia to once again reach the semifinals at the FIBA World Cup. Anthony Davis, 13 points, 11 rebounds. Fareed with 14 and 10 and 61 straight wins now since that loss in 2006 in Japan in the semifinals, advancing to the semifinals for the third consecutive time. So let's take a